Hey everybody, if you're new to the channel or haven't ever seen me on a video before, hello. Dr. Imholt here, my PhD is in physics. I work a lot in predictive analytics, which is one of the many fields of artificial intelligence. Um, there's a lot of AI stuff running around, and somebody posed a good question on Twitter today, or X. Sorry, it's X now. Sorry, Elon. Keep forgetting that one. Um, if we know AI and more importantly, automation is going to replace a bunch of jobs, why do we keep doing it? Well, let's dig into a couple of things, right? Because a lot of people keep telling me, oh, it's further away than you think. It's not going to happen for 10, 12, 13 years. I work in the industry, okay? I understand what the capabilities are today versus what the capabilities were just 2 or 3 years ago. And I understand the cost structure shockingly well because the costs are much different today than they were just 3 years ago. So let's look at this a couple of things. Why do companies keep looking to automate and or do AI? Everybody points at it and says greedy, 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 greedy. Greedy companies are after all this money and they want to, charge more and whatnot. Let's peel that onion layer back a little bit. Inflation has hit everybody. Prices are going up. That's not a surprise. I have two teenage boys. I grocery shop. It's just part of life. Things get more expensive over time. Um, is it greedy companies or is it consumer behavior? Or is it a combination of those two things? What do I mean by that? Certain industries, and having been involved in a bunch of different startup companies and being an adult in America these days, a lot of people want things for free. They want access to information for free. They want access to streaming videos for free. They want access to all kinds of stuff without having to pay for it. And I get that. However, how do you think the stuff gets there in the first place, right? Somebody has to put it together, and that takes time, that takes money, that takes effort. I've written a number of books, and people are like, "Oh, they should be free." It's called a library. Go to the library, check it out, right? There's a lot of complaints about some upcoming releases from a gaming company. It's too expensive. It should cost less, and the price people want to pay is the same price I was paying for similar stuff in 1987. Um, so I get it. Consumer behavior wants things to cost less. I understand that. But they also, employees want to get paid more. I understand that. I get both sides of that coin because I sit both sides of that world just like everybody else. So what's a company to do? Consumers don't want to spend as much. And employees want to make more. The only option you have left is automation, AI, those sorts of things. Bring costs down to the point people want to pay for what it is that your company offers. Make it less expensive, make it more cost effective, make it have a better return on investment for the consumer. Whether that means, hey, I picked up a book, I read it, and I enjoyed it. I went to the movie, I really enjoyed it. That's a return on their dollar. But that movie can't cost as much as it used to. It has to be free. It has to be streaming. It has to be something I can watch for my $10 a month subscription, 20 buck a month subscription, whatever. It's a two-way street, right? Companies want to make money. That's what they're there for, so they can pay employees and give some ROI to investors. Consumers don't want to spend as much. Where do you go but automation? Now, when people see these articles that are out there about AI replacing a bunch of jobs much quicker than people suspect it's going to, it's not just, and then always comes the internet argument, well, that's not true AI, that's just automation. Doesn't matter if you're the guy that lost your job, right? Who gives a shit if it was a true AI or an automation process? So why is it making a difference all of a sudden? Computational costs and automation costs have dropped like a rock in the last 3 to 5 years. The tools that can automate things have gotten much better in that same time window. So costs go down, automation tools get better. Guess what happens? If you want things to happen at a cheaper price, you want consumer behavior says lower price wins, especially if quality stays the same. Guess where it's going? It's going to automation, right? Fewer employees. I was at a fast food restaurant with my kids the other day. It was a voice to order system. I didn't actually have to put the order in anymore. A lot of companies, a lot of restaurants, a lot of fast food restaurants are going to an app where nobody actually takes the order. Those cost jobs, right? And that's just sort of one out of a billion things I can cite. There's a couple of restaurants near here that are using robotic chefs in the kitchen, right? There's a couple of places that are using robotic welders. You can do more welding with fewer people. You go down the laundry list of things that are being replaced, and it's not small. A couple of friends of mine in the last 2 weeks have called me looking for new jobs. Interestingly, both of those people worked in job placement companies. Well, they've been replaced with an AI. So the job placement people lost their job to an AI because now they're looking for jobs and can't find them. So, it's an interesting place to sit. We want to spend less. We want to make more. We want the company to offer the product for less, but their costs have to come out somewhere, right? So if you can't get the product for the price you want, you got to cut it somewhere along the line. And that's going to come down to automation. So I get it. Everybody wants it to cost less. Everybody wants it to be faster. Everybody wants it to be better. And you can't. It's this weird world we're in. What's going to happen in 6 months or a year? I have no idea. I'm just a tech guy. Everybody have a great day. I'm not sure this answered anybody's question, but hopefully people are a little less confused, or maybe more confused. I don't know. Drop me a line. Let's talk sometime. Everybody have a great one.